Happy Sunday! It is Sunday the 2nd of August. We are officially in August. Holy moly, that's crazy. I hope you've all had a really lovely week. I have had an unusual week. I don't know if I'm maybe fighting a cold. I don't know. I just have been really tired. I've had a lot of excruciating headaches and I don't know where that's coming from, but I have been busy. On Wednesday you saw me baste my quilt, so today is Sunday, another day off. I've had a very lazy, just lovely morning. I laid in bed till about 8 o'clock, which never happens, and then my youngest made both my husband and I breakfast in bed, which was really sweet. So yeah, so I had a nice leisurely breakfast, and then this morning I have just been pre-filling some bobbins, ready to quilt my quilt today. So I am just going to do straight line quilting because it's quick, I don't have to think about it, and I think it's very fitting for this quilt. It will look really good. So that's what I'm doing, straight line quilting. I'm using a cream thread, so it's not quite a white thread. I don't really like sewing or quilting with white thread, even when it's on white fabric. I just feel like it doesn't quite look right. So just an off-white, I think, personally, is my preference for quilting on white fabric. So that's what I'm doing. I'm quilting with an off-white and straight line quilting. So I've put my walking foot on, and I haven't changed my needle, but I did change it not long ago, so hopefully it will be fine. I will tell after the first line of stitches. And yeah, that's what we're doing today. We are going to do some quilting. So I've had to take my gloves off because the rubber part on it is starting to peel away and it's coming off onto the quilt top. I couldn't work out what it was. I'm thinking, oh, what's dirty on my quilt? But I need to get more quilting gloves because these have expired. They're not any good anymore. What a bummer. I really like these. So the texture is really lovely, and I'm happy we're just doing straight lines. But I'm really bummed about my quilting gloves because that's going to make my job a little bit more strenuous today. What is that? I'm not sure. But yeah, it was just leaving these marks on the quilt. So yeah, let's see if I can show you. When I was pulling it through, it's not going to do it now. Oh, it kind of does. When I was pulling it through, it's leaving these little bits here, and it took me a while to work out what it was. And it's the rubber coming off my gloves. So it's time for a new pair. Okay, let's keep going. It's finished. Feels amazing. So they're very organic straight lines. I didn't use a ruler or a guide or anything, but I like that. I don't know if you noticed, but as I quilted it, I had it all rolled up. And I do that because it is so much easier to move, like I can do this with one hand, a rolled up quilt, than to have everything sort of just hanging on the side and pulling on it and pulling on the needle and pulling on your shoulder. So, and especially seeing as I couldn't use my quilting gloves today, it was really important that I was able to keep it rolled up to take the pressure off my shoulder, because I have a bad enough shoulder as it is. I don't need to do any extra damage. So yeah, I'm excited. I am going to trim this up and attach the binding. So it's much later in the afternoon now. I had a visit from my mum, so I stopped sewing for a while. It was so good to see her. Gosh, I love her. So I haven't put the binding on yet. I'm going to do it now. I've just joined it all together and ironed it, and I am going to stitch that on now. It's trimmed down, ready to go. So stitch my binding on, and then I can hand sew that tonight while I am watching TV and think about what my next project is going to be. So let's get this binding on. There you go, all on, ready to start stitching. Hello lovely friends, have a look behind me. I've got a finished quilt. It is bound, it is beautiful, and I love it. I'm so happy with how it turned out. It's such a cutie, isn't it? Perfect lap size, perfect for sitting in front of the TV watching the Umbrella Academy, which is awesome on Netflix. Check it out. Yeah, really happy with how that one turned out. So I am going to end this video now. It has been a wonderful Sunday sewing. I'm tired, but I'm happy. And yeah, finished quilt. So I will probably now go and do my cross stitch in front of the TV. Cross stitch or crochet, not sure. Probably cross stitch. I did crochet yesterday. And just enjoy the last few hours of my Sunday before going back to work tomorrow and doing it all again. But there it is. Doesn't it look wonderful? Okay, lovely friends, that's it from me this Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me again, and I will see you very soon for some more crafty ramblings, what I'm going to be making next, catching up with all of the things that are happening around here. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. I love my little crafty family that I've got going here, and I would love to have you join in. Thank you so much. Bye.